The history of Madagascar is a fascinating and unique story, largely defined by its distinct origins, the rise of powerful native kingdoms, a period of French colonial rule, and its struggle for modern stability. Here is an overview of Madagascar's history. 1. Pre-colonial era, the Asian and African heritage. Madagascar's history begins with a remarkable journey of settlement. First settlement, c. 300 to 500 AD. Madagascar was one of the last major landmasses on Earth to be settled by humans. The first inhabitants were Austronesian peoples, primarily arriving from Southeast Asia, likely Borneo, Indonesia, presumably on outrigger canoes. This explains why the Malagasy language belongs to the Malayo-Polynesian language family, not the languages of mainland Africa. African influence, c. 9th century AD. Later, waves of Bantu-speaking African groups crossed the Mozambique Channel from East Africa. Through intermarriage, these two groups blended to create the distinct Malagasy people and culture, which features a unique mix of Asian and African traditions. Arab and European contact, c. 7th to 16th centuries. Arab merchants established trading posts along the coast, introducing Islam and a written form of the Malagasy language, Sorabe. The first European to sight the island was the Portuguese sea captain Diogo Dias in 1500. 2. The Great Kingdoms, c. 16th, 19th centuries. For centuries, the island was politically fragmented, ruled by shifting local chiefdoms and kingdoms. Two key kingdoms eventually dominated. Coastal kingdoms, the Sakalava in the west and the Betsimisaraka in the east, grew wealthy by controlling trade, including the lucrative but destructive slave trade. The island also became a temporary haven for pirates in the late 17th and early 18th centuries. Rise of the Merina Kingdom, 19th century. The Merina people, located in the Central Highlands, consolidated power. Under the leadership of King Andrian Ampoina Marina, 1787 to 1810, and his son Radama I, 1810 to 1828, the Kingdom of Imarina expanded its control over most of the island. Radama I established diplomatic relations with the British, receiving military and financial aid in exchange for abolishing the slave trade. British missionaries also arrived, creating a written form of the Malagasy language using the Roman alphabet and introducing Christianity. His successor, Queen Ranavalona I, 1828 to 1861, resisted European influence, expelling foreigners and persecuting Malagasy Christians in an attempt to preserve traditional Malagasy sovereignty. 3. French colonial rule, 1896 to 1960. The growing power of the Merina Kingdom collided with French colonial ambitions. French conquest. Following the Franco-Hova Wars, France declared Madagascar a protectorate in 1885. After a final military expedition in 1895, France formally annexed the island in 1896, deposing the last queen, Ranavalona III. Colonial administration. France established a harsh colonial regime focused on exploiting the island's resources. Resistance was met with brutal repression, including the violent suppression of the Menalamba Rebellion. The 1947 Uprising. A major nationalist uprising against French rule in 1947 was brutally crushed, resulting in tens of thousands of Malagasy deaths and becoming a key turning point in the country's push for independence. 4. Independence and modern challenges. Independence, 1960. Madagascar achieved full independence on June 26, 1960, as the Malagasy Republic, initially maintaining close ties with France. Political instability. The post-independence period has been marked by repeated political instability, including military coups, civilian uprisings, and disputed elections. The First Republic, 1960 to 1972, was followed by a military regime. The Second Republic, 1975 to 1993, under Didier Ratsiraka, embraced a socialist Marxist orientation, leading to economic decline. Since the 1990s, the country has cycled through several republics and been plagued by recurring political crises, often involving power struggles between rival political leaders and mass protests, most notably in 2002 and 2009. Despite its challenges, Madagascar remains a land of profound cultural diversity and unique natural heritage, working to build a stable constitutional democracy.